Oh, greetings and salutations, and welcome to Behind the Syndicate, Episode 7. Thank you all so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Now, Coach Champagne couldn't join us tonight due to coaching commitments, but we do have a very, very special guest. He is the head honcho of the Texas Syndicate, Mr. Quincy Workman. Thank you for joining me tonight.
No problem, sir. We go way back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Quincy. So I've got some maybe tough questions for you tonight, but with the Continental Football League's inaugural season now just, gosh, 30 less than 30 days away, what is the current operational status of the syndicate? Roster finalization, practice schedules, and is there any last minute adjustments?
Oh no, we're ready to go. I mean, we're still adding a few players here and there, but no, we're ready, man. Travel's paid for, hotels paid for, stadiums paid for. So let's get it.
All right, that is awesome. How has the team's on-field readiness evolved over the past month, and is there any key milestones that you guys have hit in building a competitive squad for this first year?
Um, I really can't answer that. 'Cause I try to stay as far off of the foot on the field personnel stuff as possible. I kind of let the coaches and the GM run with that. I'm just more behind the scenes trying to make sure we can get the salaries paid and we can have all the facilities and stuff that we need.
Yes, understand. So when it comes to the financials, you did say that a lot of things have already been paid for, but can you share any other updates on your financial position heading into the season? Have you hit your internal budget targets, and what's the biggest revenue driver so far?
Oh, so we haven't really hit everything just yet. I think the biggest revenue is really going to start when the season starts. With us being a new program, it's mainly right now it's just trying to get the word out and get ticket sales. Now, ticket sales are going to be one of our biggest revenue drivers. So as soon as everybody gets in town and we get in the community actually sees that we're going to be out there and they actually can put faces to the images in their heads, I think that's going to help drive a lot more stuff.
Okay, great. So, given the high costs of launching a brand new team in a brand new league, how comfortable are you with the team's cash flow situation for the upcoming season? And do you have any contingency funds set aside?
Um, we have a little bit of contingency set aside, but I'm pretty confident. I think that the way we have everything set up is not a real big overhead like some of the other leagues. So with the way our business model is set up and how we've been able to keep travel costs down and everything, we should be good to go for this whole year. I don't think we'll have any problems.
Excellent. Excellent. Uh, so, if we're and when it comes to equipment, what is the current status of your equipment and inventory? Like, the whole helmets and pads and practice gear, and has there been any delays or shortages so far?
There were a shortage on small pads, but I've already been able to rectify that. So I have all our shoulder pads. I have all our practice gear. The only thing we're still waiting on is helmets to arrive and game uniforms. But
Nice.
everything's been ordered and paid for already. So we're just waiting on everything to come in.
Okay. So you're pretty confident that every player will be fully equipped and compliant with league safety standards by the first game.
Of course. I'm a
Okay.
father first, man, and like I said, my son plays ball, so I got to make sure the guys have everything that's there. I got to have everything. Make sure the guys have everything they need to play safely.
Excellent. Now, when it comes to more uniforms, where do things stand with your uniforms? Has there been a final design locked in, and when they're expected to arrive? Do you guys have
Uh,
home and away uniforms, or just like one standard uniform?
oh no, we have home and away,
Yeah.
so and they should arrive the first week by the end of next week
Okay.
or they will be here by the 13th. They're supposed to be here by the 13th. So I just got a production update actually earlier. So yeah, they should be by the end by May 13th, right before the guys get here for training camp.
Right. So, are there any unexpected challenges with the uniform manufacturer or customization process that we should know about?
Not really challenges. I just know that the things that are going on overseas right now is kind of added shipping times to a lot of things that we would have gotten a little bit sooner. It's just taking a little bit more time, but that's what logistics period. It's not just with uniforms. That's what about everything that we're ordering. Shipping times are a little bit higher.
hmm hmm So, I know Coach talked about a little bit about streaming services, but he didn't really get into it. Do you have any updates about streaming? Is it going to be like on YouTube, or is there a specific platform for watching the games?
So as of right now, it will be YouTube. We are having a meeting within the next week or so to try to iron out which streaming service the league is going to use as a whole. But our fallback is to have a YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, so it'll be on our YouTube channel and stream live on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, excellent. So, from an owner's perspective, do you feel the league streaming service is going to be ready to handle the traffic? And is there any last minute technical or distribution concerns?
No, I don't believe so. I think the few services that we're talking about going with, they're robust, so they should be able to handle streaming all our games. We just want to make sure we pick the right one and have the right deal in place for it.
Right, right. All right. So, I know there's been some late breaking news that just came out today when it comes to the Michigan Arrows just announced that they're going on pause for the season, just mere weeks from the start of the season, and that the Norfolk Neptunes are being resurrected as a replacement. So, what was your immediate reaction to the when you heard about the news of the Michigan Arrows going dormant for the season?
I was kind of shocked. I mean, yeah, I thought everything was going smooth. But that's just how it goes. You never know what's really going on in somebody else's house. So
hmm
um, and we kind of stayed. The Southern Division kind of stays out of the Northern Division's purview. I would say that a little bit more. So we're locked in down here. We have our group chats and calls, and we make sure we're all set and everything's to go. So that's what we kind of focused on mainly.
Right. Okay. So, how do you think that this late change affects the credibility and momentum of the COFL's inaugural season? Because you're already starting to see comments on social media about, well, this is it, this is the beginning of the end, and this is another failed alternative football league. And what do you think about this? How do you think it's going to affect the league as a whole?
To be honest with you, it's only going to affect the league as a whole if we don't play. I mean, we've been having. Let's look at the history of it. Whenever Manny started this back when we was in November, October timeframe, when he announced he was doing it, and then he announced me as being the first team in the league. Nobody gave us any kind of credibility. I mean, I
hmm
would talk to different people, and they were saying, y'all are never going to make it. Y'all are going to fail. You don't have any backing. You don't know what you're doing. You're not a football guy. You're a retired military. You don't know how this space, how to operate in this space or whatnot. But I'm here. We're here. We have teams. I mean, everybody's going to have a little bit of hiccups. If everything went perfectly, it wouldn't be worth doing. Everybody would have a league if everything went perfect all the time. So,
hmm
we expect some hiccups here and there. We have contingency plans in place. We put those plans in place and we keep moving.
Sure. So, has the um, Arrows Neptune situation create any ripple effects for you guys? I know you weren't going to play them at all, so there was no schedule adjustments or travel arrangements that you guys need to do. But has there been any shifts in how you're approaching your own preparation for the team?
No, not in my case. Like I said, I'm prior military. I have contingency plans on contingency plans on contingency plans. So when I go into something, I always have a backup to a backup to make sure I have everything going. And I think a lot of the teams around here, we kind of piggyback on the same thing. If we fall short a little bit, we try to help each other out and make sure we're in constant communication and doing things like that. So now we're no effect per se on what's going on up north. I know they will play a full schedule. I actually just had a phone call with one of the guys that's helping putting the rosters and everything together with the Neptunes. Everything should be good. The North's gonna have their full schedule going out there. Everything will be okay.
Excellent, excellent. So, as an owner, what does this development tell you about the challenges of stabilizing a brand new professional football league, and how are you and the other owners addressing this stability moving forward?
Um, First of all, I feel blessed that I've been able to do what I've been able to do with our organization with the experiences I've had seeing some of the things that have transpired lately. But as a group, I think we're good. We have some people that are experienced in this space already. So with their guidance and their mentorship throughout different things, we're okay.
Okay, excellent. And I know that you guys have a couple events coming up soon. For example, we'll just share this real quick here. You got the Smoker Showdown, which is coming up this Saturday at 12 noon.
Correct. And it's a poker tournament as well. So
Hmm.
I will be up there supporting. Might have a surprise trophy to be presenting to the winner. So we'll see how it go. I had a mock up that I wanted to share tonight, but I can't actually pull it up right now. So they're supposed to have me a nice little trophy to present to the winners out there.
Oh, nice. That sounds awesome.
So I'll be able to have Coach Champagne share that with you guys next week.
Okay, excellent. And I also know that you guys are, I know you're still doing the $1 kind of contribution or a donation for the team. How's that going?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not something to get rich off of, but if anybody out there, that wanted to help out, but due to how the economy is right now, everybody's not able to put $100 or $200 towards a GoFundMe or a WeFunder or something to that effect. So any little thing that anybody who wants to help out can help out with, I think it's going well. We've had over 200 people, I think, right now help support that efforts. So that just shows that we're building a community behind our team and our brand.
Oh, that's awesome. And also you have the um, on May 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the P Field, you have a train with the pro day.
Correct.
Oh, how's that? Have you gotten any indication of participation or interest in this?
Yeah, we have I think around six guys signed up so far, and I think four girls for the female portion of it.
All right.
And I think, like I said, as we get more into the area and as we spread the word a little bit more, I think that all will grow. Again, like I said, right now with us being, like I said, with us being new, I don't take anything for granted. But it's just about us building our reputation out there.
Yeah, nice. And I know we shared last week with Coach Champagne that you guys did have some new announcers and color analysts that you guys hired.
Yeah, Gabe and Wendy, very interesting people. I like both of them. Actually, Wendy was I went to an event in Pflugerville back in November when I first started going out there, and I met um, Wendy's wife, and she was like, "Hey, if you ever get a chance, my wife would love to commentate for you guys. So if the opportunity comes out, reach out so we can do what we have to do." And when it came up, I reached out to her. She was enthusiastic. I look forward to working with her. Gabe, I met Gabe the other day. He's a great person. So I think we have a good team that's going to be up in the booth.
Nice. So how's the rest of well, not necessarily the team, but the off the field team assembling, like athletic trainers and any like water boys and all that kind of stuff? How's the rest of the non-players filling out?
Let's see. So we're in talks with some athletic trainers now. We hope to have that solidified by next week. Water boys. I think I'm gonna probably have my son and his friends come out and do that for us. Do a little internship and volunteer hours for them. Each school needs them, and we're still working on those things a little bit more.
Yes.
But everything's slowly coming together.
Because not only is this an opportunity for the players and coaches, but it's also an opportunity for for interns to do, be the water boy or the towel boy, to be the runners, the gophers, for whatever the team needs. And this is a good opportunity for young young adults to get their foot into the world of professional football.
Well, that's one of the things we're actually have a meeting next week set up with Pflugerville Education Foundation, and we're trying to create we're trying to get the team accredited to actually be a program to where I'm trying to figure out the right words to say this, where we can actually provide credits for internships and volunteer hours. We might try to build a sports management platform to where guys can intern with us during the summer or throughout the year and actually get credit towards a sports management degree or coaching or some of the things like that. So we're trying to make sure we embed ourselves into the community and be an asset to the community. So we're trying to figure out some creative ways that we can get all that stuff done.
Awesome. So it looks like we have the Fort Worth Braves chiming in. Well, welcome, Fort Worth Braves. They are going to be one of our opponents. So what do you think about the Fort Worth Braves as a worthy opponent?
We'll see. Everybody, right now we can't say nothing about anybody because we're not on the field. Everybody just right now is names on papers. Nobody knows how everybody's going to gel. Nobody knows any of that thing. So they're the new little brothers on the block. They're the babies of the group. So we let them chime in as see fit. I've not been as adamant on my trash talking as I was in the beginning.
Right.
So I'm trying to grow up a little bit, but they're gonna bring some of it out me real soon.
Mm-hmm. We'll just let the talking on the field, the play on the field, do the talking, right?
Nah, I can't do that all the time. I gotta talk a little bit. I mean, that's just me. I might have to talk a little bit, but I mean, they're not as bad as the Toros, so I can't say that game is going to be. Oh gracious!
Oh well, now they're talking about
that's going to be an
power rankings. Power rankings. Oh boy, I I did see a power ranking on X. I don't know if I remember where they put the Syndicate at.
Oh yeah, I do. We're number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah, they put us at number 6. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how power ranking came out when all rosters haven't been even filled out yet. But it is what it is.
That's right.
Like I said, I wasn't even supposed to be here to have this done. So for them to even give us a number 6, I'll take that. we will, we'll show it on the field. We'll show my guys are hungry. We'll show what we can do on the field. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, which was created, yes. Yeah, and I think the Toros, fan group did a power ranking. Right.
I don't know if that was them or not. You know, that's
Mm,
it just showed up on somebody's screen. We'll see how it go.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, how is the WeFunder campaign going?
You know, it's surprisingly well. I mean, it's nowhere near what we would need for it to actually be effective, but that's something that I've already put down. That's something that's going to take a little while for people to build that trust in us. So for us to even be where we're at in there, I'm very appreciative to those potential owners or potential investors in our group to show that early faith in us. But it's going to grow as the season goes along and everybody gets more familiar with the brand and with the team. We'll see that grow exponentially. But right now, I think we're in a good spot.
Outstanding. So, is there any future events coming up that we haven't already covered?
Um, so we have the preseason game that's on the 23rd, which is boots, brims, and something. I can't even remember the doggone thing for the game. But I do know we will be giving away, we'll be raffling off some cowboy hats during the game. Matter of fact, give me 1 second.
All right.
Uh,
Oh yeah, Heidi chimed in and she said it's boots, bands, and brotherhood. Thanks, Heidi, for providing that information.
so let me see how. Actually, just got these delivered today. Hopefully, it'll show up. Got a little
Oh yeah.
custom made.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so we'll have this raffled off at the group at the game on the 23rd. Just something to give back to the fans, something they can get some one of a kind items that just to show that we're a little bit different and to give them a little bit more ownership. Because I mean, what better than share a one of a kind item with one lucky fan at your
Mhm.
first official game?
Yeah. And I see Heidi here. She chimed in and saying that anyone who wears a cowboy boots gets a raffle ticket to be entered into being a coach for a day drawing for the first home game. Oh, that's pretty cool. Be a coach for a day.
Yeah, so we try. We're trying. Like I said, we want to get everybody involved.
So if you were coach for a day, Quincy, what would you do?
If I was coach for a day,
Yes, sir.
oh my gracious, um, I will tell the owner off and tell him he needs to do more.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh goodness.
Nah, let me stop. I don't know because I played football a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, I played in college. Played flag all through the military. Won a few championships during our flag football tournaments or whatnot. But I never really got into coaching football. I had an opportunity to coach after graduating high school, um, but I did coach track a lot. So I guess I'll make sure everybody had proper running forms, um, teaching them the pose technique on running on their toes, and trying to prevent injuries, things of that nature. But yeah, I'm not. That's one of the things that's real funny. I never, as much football as I played, I never really got into coaching.
Any interest in doing it in the future?
No,
No.
nah, them days are long gone. I'm happy where I'm at. As long as I can help people, do their thing, I'm more all power for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So how has this whole owner job been treating you?
It's very eye opening. I have a lot more respect for people in this space now. Um, I understand why certain things happen the way they happen. Um, I'm still learning the business aspects of this.
Mhm.
I still try to make some decisions off of an emotional fan father thought frame when that's not sometimes the best way to do it. So it's a learning curve. Like with my players, my coaches, and everything, we're all learning on this at the same time. So it's been quite eye opening.
What has been the biggest challenge for you so far?
Whew. Um, the biggest challenge for me so far, I would say, is fundraising. Learning how to really be up in spaces that I'm not usually in and talking to folks. I for some reason I'm really good at talking to people, but I'm not really comfortable at it in certain arenas. So that has probably been the toughest thing for me is to going out and getting in these different arenas and actually being able to talk and mingle and make things move. I think I've done a pretty good job at it because we're in a stadium that we're the first ones to be able to rent it, to be able to play outside the school district. We have some partnerships with some people that usually don't partner with a lot of people outside of the city. So I think I'm kind of good at it in a sense, but it's a very learned behavior. So yeah, that's probably the toughest thing I think I've had to do.
Right. So talking to people and trying to get sponsors and all that must be a completely new talent that you've had to acquire.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of yeah, because I'm not really. I've gotten to the space in, like I said, my military career where I didn't really. I've always done. It's like going out and talking to people and trying to ask them for things are kind of hard. I'm usually the one that people are coming to ask for things because of the positions that I've been
Mhm.
in. So with everything being reversed, it's kind of it's kind of new and different.
Okay. Do you have any new sponsors lined up?
Um, we have one or two that should be signing in the next few days. I really can't say much until inks to
Right.
the paper, but we have one or two that we should be having come on board soon. Nothing major, nothing big, but it's not really about the size of it. Really, it's just about getting out in the community and making sure we have everything available to people.
Right. Right. So I learned recently about, well, not a whole in depth about it, but my understanding about sponsors is that you sign them and then they just like write you a check right then and there and you cash it and it's going to be like, oh no, that's not necessarily how it works. So how does that work?
Um, so you have to find mutual interest. I mean, yeah, anybody can write you a check, but one thing they got to believe in your cause. But again, you have to get into that business aspect of this. If they're sponsoring you, and you have to make it worth their while. So I can't just, if what was told to me lately, because like I said, it's the business aspect of it, I'm still trying to grasp. They're like, a sponsor will give you money one time because they like you.
Hmm.
But for them to be able to give you money consistently, you have to be able to show them the return on their investment. So you have to make sure you are a asset to them in return for them giving you whatever they're giving you.
All right. And that's probably in the forms of advertising, playing their ads and their commercials and whatnot as much as possible. I'm assuming that's one avenue of doing that. What would be another avenue?
Like wait, like right now, I'd love to talk to you about the Perfectly Imperfect Bakery out of Pflugerville and Pink Teggery, two of our major sponsors out of the Pflugerville area. Two lovely ladies that believed in me when the first two in the city to actually sign up. So Perfectly Imperfectly Bakery, hey, she has some awesome mocha chocolate chip, no, not mocha, matcha chocolate chip
Hmm.
cookies that my wife actually loves. I can't say I do because I haven't tasted
Yeah,
matcha.
matcha, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the whole matcha phase yet, but she made some. My wife actually loves them, and Paint Integrity is a very good painting company out there. So things like that. Make sure you plug them in whenever you're out speaking to people and doing things like that. Just bring brand awareness to their brands as long as just like you're trying to bring brand awareness to yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we've talked about what was your biggest challenge. So what has been probably one of the biggest blessings that you have received since becoming an owner?
Um, the biggest blessings I would say is being able to provide a space for these guys to actually play, and that's the biggest blessing. I mean, that's why I'm doing it, and to actually be able to say that I have the field set up, I have the housing set up, we have the travel, we have everything in place that they will be able to, when they come in on the 15th, get their gear and get situated, attend our camp, and then start working on that Sunday to get ready for that game is the biggest blessing I have so far.
Excellent. So other than winning the CoFL Cup, I think that's what they're going to call the championship trophy. But other than winning that, what would you consider to be a success?
I'll be real honest with you. Winning the cup wouldn't equate success to me.
Mm.
Um, Seeing some of our guys get signed to the CFL or NFL or get invited to a camp or something, that would be success in my eyes. I mean, because anybody can win a championship. I mean, let's be real. It's not. I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world to do, but somebody's going to win that,
Hmm.
regardless of the fact. But being able to say that I have some of those guys, so we were able to help some of these guys get to that next level, is what I equate success.
Excellent. And as far as attendance goes, what what goal are you looking at? What would you consider to be a successful attendance?
Honestly, 1,500 to 2,000 people a game. Modest numbers for first year. I mean, we can hold 10,000. So, I mean, it might not look all that on television, but, if I can get 2,000 people to come out and watch us live, I think that's a great thing for first year. Being a new program in a new area that doesn't really have football during the summer,
Hmm.
I think that'll be pretty good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could be
right.
wrong, but again, I'm still trying to get the whole business aspect of everything out.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid goal, a pretty reasonable goal, nice solid foundation to build on, and hopefully you can get through the first year because I mean, as you will know, you got firsthand experience about leagues not making it. Uh,
Yeah, that's why when everybody was like, "Yo, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna do this," I'm like, I've seen what not to do already. I know I saw the things that I needed to ensure were in place to make sure that I would be able to have a season. So a lot of people don't understand that backstory on that one, but yeah,
yes, yeah. Well, we'll leave that one alone.
yeah,
But
that's just
yeah,
a whole
you
different
guys
story.
are just a few weeks away from the first game and the season starting, and unlike that other league that shall not be named. And I know there was a lot of rumors that was coming up before it became official that the team was folding. And so far, I haven't really heard any negative rumors about the COFL ceasing or folding or collapsing. And I mean, the Arrows news kind of came out of nowhere, but there really hasn't been any negative rumors surrounding this league, and I think that's a positive thing. It's a positive sign.
Um, there's a few out there. There's a few. I'll be honest with you. There's a few
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that still
yeah,
doubt what we
there's a
have
few,
going
but
on, but
yeah,
hey, we're here.
here to
We're
prove them wrong. All right, Quincy. Well, do you have anything else that you would like to announce tonight before we call to wrap?
um not really. I mean, we pretty much touched on everything.
All right.
Hopefully we should have some announcements next week. So either my show on Mondays or your show on this show on Thursday of next week, we might have some big things to announce. But other than that,
Yeah, we're getting close to the season, so I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of movement here coming up in the
oh
coming
yeah,
days.
it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
lot of things I wish I could go into right now that I can't because we still got to wait on some things to solidify. But things are looking real well.
All right. Well, getting very excited to hear about what's going to come up on the horizon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if that's it, Quincy, I guess we'll let you go. I know you're a very busy man. You got very important boss like errands that you probably need to do, and
It's called
all the-
sleep today. Hey, I was in Arizona. I got back. I had meetings all day. I just got back from Waco, um,
wow.
doing a short interview with Fox and ESPN Sports up that way. That'll air tomorrow at like 3 o'clock or something like that. So, yeah, it's time. It's sleep.
All right. That sounds good. All right, Quincy. Thank you so much for joining us. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
And thank you all for watching. I really greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel and following the Texas Syndicate on all their social medias. We really greatly appreciate all the support. And until next time, let's unite the hustle. Good night, everybody.